just a jealous guy.
So not your actual John Lennon there, but certainly the next best thing. John Lennon impersonator and big audition winner, Gaz Keenan, who is going to be making that appearance tomorrow. Hello, Gaz.
Hello, Simon. How are you?
Really good, thank you. Lovely to have you here. Thank you for coming on. And hey,
Pleasure.
What an exciting thing. So it's tomorrow night. It's just up the road in Swindon. Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, really am. Yeah, we haven't played together for, the best part of 3 months, if not a little bit more. So we're all looking forward to getting into a room at a socially distanced, acceptable level and play some live music. Yeah, it's going to be nice.
So how did it come about then that you are the star of the first UK music venue live stream concert then?
Well, it's my keyboard player, a fella called Mark Dryden, he's been working tirelessly since the lockdown began to try and figure a way out that, we can get live music back into the venues. We're all very conscious that these sort of venues, the music venues and the theatres, are in a dangerous place. So he's been in touch with the Welsh government, the English government, a lot of venues, a lot of production companies, trying to figure out a way where we can get music live again. And this is the sort of first step for us. And yeah, we believe it is the first in the UK of an actual live band in a live music venue, possibly even the world. But,
wow. And that's brilliant. Well, no, we won't double check because it's it's impressive enough as it is. And we've seen throughout all of this that music has become so much more important to many of us because of the amount of people, the amount of big stars who have been online and small bands as well, doing songs that sum up how they feel. Just take that, doing concerts from their living rooms. We've kind of fallen in love with music again in a funny sort of way.
Yeah, I think it's given a lot of people a chance to sort of sit back and reset. Certainly, as for me, I've found that my creativity and sort of musical output has grown significantly while I've been in lockdown. I'm not entirely sure why, but it seems to have done. So I'm looking forward to getting it back out there tomorrow night. Well,
look, let's talk about the person who you are. So when did you discover John Lennon?
Very early age. I mean, I grew up with the Beatles from a very early age, and John always stood out to me as the sort of the walrus, if you like. He was just such a cool fella, and his songwriting really struck a chord with me. So much emotion in the songs he wrote. And him and Paul had such a great relationship because, John would take these songs to Paul, very raw songs, and then Paul would sort of, take them to the next level, if you like, and put the gloss on it.
It's really interesting, isn't it, you say about the songwriting abilities, because we listen to some of the songs now and you listen to the words and you listen to the clever way that they tell stories in songs about some really deep grown-up issues. And you think they were teenagers when they were writing some of them. They were kids.
Yeah, and it's incredible. It's not been seen since, and I don't think it will be again. How they changed music is just incredible. I mean, they started out playing, 3-4 chord little pop songs, but still, very advanced for the ages they were and the time they were living in. But obviously, in such a short space of time, they just changed, the musical landscape just beyond comprehension.
Well, particularly as when we think they broke up in 69, 70, and they're still relevant today, aren't they? So when did you, it's all well and good you kind of growing up loving the Beatles, when did you discover that you were a Lennon sound-alike?
Well, I didn't really. It was my wife that saw an advert on a social media site for a John Lennon for a tribute band. And, I've been a musician all my adult life, and she sort of said, well, you're a Scouser, you've got a big nose, why don't you go for it? And that was it.
It's the big nose bit that's only a wife can get away with saying that. And so, did you sort of have to sort of hone your Lennon skills? Have you been sort of like, listening back and going, right, hang on, he says that like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think I only had about 2 weeks to prepare for that initial audition. And I had to cram so much homework in. I mean, I know his music anyway. I know his sort of mannerisms and a lot about him, but I really had to knuckle down and look at the interviews and look at his performance and the way he stood and the way he sang certain words and phrases. And I had to do a lot of homework, but I think I've got there to a point.
And having loved his music as you did, when you then started watching the interviews and stuff, you must have come across this fabulous wealth of Lennonisms, because he was just so witty and so irreverent and kind of clever.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something that we try and incorporate into the stage show. Is the show's called Lennon Retrospective, so we start with his later stuff and then work back through his career. And it starts off pretty serious, but as it goes on, a lot of the banter comes in, and that's where we start getting the audience involved, and have a bit of fun. Have a bit of fun with his sense of humour.
He would have very much approved of that, I'm pretty sure. And so what about the rehearsal for the gig then? Like you say, you haven't sort of been with the band. Have you been rehearsing remotely and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, when we get into the room tomorrow, that'll be the first time we've played together in 3 months. So it's going to be a bit, seat of the pants. But I've got a great band behind me, and they're all pro musicians, and I'm pretty confident that we'll all just get together and it'll just gel again.
And you are going to be social distancing on stage, as you say. We're going to be watching it. How do we get to watch it?
Just head to my website, johnlennontribute.com, and there's a link on there. It's going to be on a dedicated website server so that it's uninterrupted and it's high quality audio and high quality visuals. It's free to watch. We are asking for donations because this is all about, the venues and getting music back into venues. So we would appreciate donations, but it's certainly not, mandatory, unlike the face masks are going to be soon.
Yeah, that's a different issue. We're talking about that next week. But for this week, we look forward to seeing the concert, as you say. JohnLennonTribute.com is your website, Gaz. We can find out more about it. And it's you're going to be coming live from Swindon's Level 3, which I suspect is a venue that some people will certainly have been to. And you're live on stage at 7 p.m. Listen, we wish you all the very best with it. What a lovely thing to be doing. And let's hope that, when we do get our heads around how we can enjoy being in perhaps smaller and more spaced out crowds than we were used to, that we'll all be back making sure that the music venues do have an important future, which, so many people can talk about the best gig they ever went to. And, it would be a shame if the next generation don't have any of that. While we're on that, best gig you ever went to?
Personally? Let me think. I would say... you put me on the spot now. I've been to thousands. Ridiculous. It's either Queens of the Stone Age at Glastonbury or Paolo Nutini at Glastonbury.
Okay, we'll take both because we're in Somerset, so any Glastonbury is fine by us.
There we go then.
Before I let you go, we will play either a Beatles song or we'll play your favourite Lennon song that you like performing. We've only obviously got the sort of the popular ones, so some random bizarre album track we probably haven't got. But what is the song that will get you in the mood for the gig tomorrow?
Jealous Guy.
Jealous Guy. All right, we'll do that. We'll shove it on. And listen, it has been so lovely talking to you today. And good luck with it tomorrow. And then presumably, hopefully, you'll be out doing proper gigs soon, as soon as it's all allowed.
Yeah, I mean, that's the next step, hopefully. But we'll have to wait and see. We just don't know. We are awaiting news.
Okay, well, listen, you look after yourself, stay safe, and enjoy the gig tomorrow. And thank you so much for coming on. Thank you, Gaz.
Thank you, Simon. Take care now. Bye-bye.